Alright, so in this tutorial I'm just going to show you how to draw your character in a puppet, and you can kind of get it from there. Okay, so we're going to do, first I want to bring in my sketch. I'm just going to File, Import, I'll just import right to the stage, and I have the sketch here. Okay, and we got this ugly kid here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on this, rename it, what is that? Okay, rename it Reference, okay. And I will lock and wait, I don't want to hide. I'm also going to double click on it, not there. Double click that piece of paper, and we'll do transparency, and let's do like 10%. And you can see it works great. It barely does anything. I don't really understand. Okay. Anywho, we got that there. So now what I'm going to do is make a new layer, and we will start working from here. Now I can do it a couple different ways. I'm going to do it kind of similarly. Using a couple of methods such as we did in class. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this tool. Yeah. Alright, hang on a second. Got to move this out of the way because it's angry with me. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to do this as shapes. I'm not going to have any lines in there, but if you wanted lines, I would tell you to just use this. Go to properties, and that way you can have thin and thickness of line. Let me just make sure I'm clicked in here. Make sure you have pressure sensitivity on. It's down here. But you can have thin and thickness of line. Make it bigger so you can tell. Right? See how it's thin and it gets thicker? So if I was going to, sketch something and wanted to do something, that's how I would do it. Okay, so, but for mine, I'm actually just going to go ahead and use the pencil tool because I don't really care that much about that. And let's go ahead and make this 2. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to draw the torso here. So I'm just going to use the pencil tool just to make it easier. And so typically, obviously your whole torso above can move, and your whole, all the way from basically your hips up your back, right? You have your spine. Unfortunately, because of the way this is set up, it's not going to be quite as easy as that. So we're going to just set up everything, and we're going to cut it out into pieces like we're making a cutout out of paper. Okay, like think South Park. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to draw around like this. Okay, and it looks okay. One thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take my smooth and put it all the way up. If I keep it low, it's going to get all my little janks. And because I'm trying to create kind of a cartoony character, I'm going to take the smooth all the way up. So I'll try again here. Boom. Okay. That looks pretty okay. Then I'm going to draw the line across here, but I think it'd actually be easier with the line tool, which is N. So we'll go like that. And actually, to make this a bit easier to work with, I'm going to go ahead and put his pants lower, even though it's less. Is this? That's snapping. Okay. If you don't like the snapping, go to View, Snapping, go Edit Snapping, and go boop, 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 boop. Okay. There we go. And then we'll just do like that. And then I'm going to hit V for the select tool. I'm just going to kind of pull this up like this. Get rid of that guy, and that guy. I mean, we're going to get rid of all of it anyway. Okay, good. So that looks kind of okay. Now I'm going to look at the shape overall and see if I can fix it. So I'm going to grab my direct select tool. You can hit A. And if you look, Control plus. Because I had it smooth, it didn't make as many points. And this all looks pretty clean, but it gets a little janky up here. So I'm just hitting Control plus to move in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that one, delete, and click on that one, delete. I'm going to pull this up over here, and I'm going to click on this one and delete, and I'm just going to try and get these two to make love. Okay. And then we'll grab that, and I'm just going to kind of grab this one maybe and move that over here a little. Let me back this thing up. Oh, that moved it too much. You can actually use your arrow keys once you have them selected, so I'm just going to use my arrow keys. Grab this one, just going to use my arrow keys, and then I'm going to grab this one. Alright, so we'll say that looks okay. Very satisfactory. So now what I'm going to do is use the paint bucket, or you can hit K, and then I'm going to hit I, or you click on the eyedropper here. If I'm going to hit I, click on that, it's going to give me my green color. I'm going to go ahead and click on that to make that green. I'm going to hit I again, click on this, and make this purple. Alright, now you might have a problem where it does this, if this is off. Oh, it worked anyway. But you might want to click on, generally I click on close small gaps, because that will help in case there's a little bit of a gap or a hole up there. Now what I want to do is, I actually don't want to have these lines in here. So I am going to go to the select tool. I'm going to double click this, and get rid of the lines, okay? I'm going to turn off the reference for a second. So you can see I just have this basic shape here. Now, what I want to do is actually have this as a piece and this as a piece. So I can take this part and in essence, like I can take it, let's put it down here, and rotate this around, right? So that he can kind of, like he can stand up but then bend his torso over. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to select this part. We'll select this part first. I'm just going to go ahead and hit F8, or you can go to Modify, Convert to Symbol. And then we're just going to call it, thought I had that on. We're going to call it boy underscore waist, I guess, underscore MC. Alright, so that'll be that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the top part. I'll just hit F8 this time. And I'll call it boy underscore chest underscore MC for movie clip. Now, you may have already noticed when I move this pivot down, which is fine, you can see it leaves a little bit of a gap. Okay, so what I got to do is fix that a little. So to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to select this one here, and I'm going to double click on it. And before it was like this, but what I'm actually going to do is kind of push that roundness even more. So I'm going to kind of go like this, and I'm actually going to go ahead and use the direct select so I can grab the handles. And go like this with this handle, and this like with this handle, like so. All right, and then let's pull this back. Come on, like that. Okay, just to make it cleaner. Okay, so then I got that. And now what I'm going to do is, because I'm inside of that symbol, right? So if you look, if I double click, see we're in scene, and then I'm in the boy waist, and then I have it back. But if I click here again, I go back out. And right now this one's behind, but if for some reason this wasn't front, what you can do is you could right click and you go to arrange, and you go send backward, and it will send to the back. Okay, now when I grab this guy and this, make sure I have my free transform tool here, I can put this roughly in the center of that. When it rotates, you can see that that's underneath it, so it doesn't look quite so Funky Town USA. Alright, so you can kind of rotate back and forth, and it looks, you know, alright. Okay, so that works pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So now let's just go ahead and let's turn the sketch back on, and let's go ahead and just do some legs. Okay, so the legs, I'm going to have to break into 3 sections, because I got to do the upper leg, the lower leg, and then the feet. Okay, and it's going to, you know, we'll do the best we can with what we got here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn, I guess I have to keep that on. Alright, so for that, I'm actually just going to go ahead and use the line tool here. And I'm just going to get in close, Control plus. Okay. And I'm just going to draw a line from here. It's annoying. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make another layer above this. And I'm going to lock the layer underneath so I don't accidentally do anything with it. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here. And draw a line from like there to there. And then we'll draw one from here to here. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw one like this. And then before I draw the one, we'll go ahead and draw the one across. I'll draw one across like this. And then I'm going to draw one from here to, we'll say, here. Okay? And then I'm just going to go and click the V or the select tool, which is this guy up here, and just delete all this extra business. We're going to get rid of it all anyway, but it just makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Alright, and I want this color to be green, like, oh, I'm actually going to go ahead and sway this way too. Might as well make it look the way it's supposed to. Okay. I'm going to make this green the same color as that, so I'm going to hit K for the paint bucket tool. And then I'll hit I for the eyedropper tool. Click on this. And then I need this color, I'll hit I. Click on that. Boom, there you go. Alright. That looks pretty alright. Now, if you notice, it's actually one big thing that I don't really... Oh, let me do a couple more adjustments here too. Control plus. So, these don't look the greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up. I'm going to pull this out a little bit farther. And I'm just going to go like that. And then we'll round that a little bit. Don't round that quite so much. I think this needs to be pulled down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Oops. All right. So, yeah, that's okay. But if you notice, I made one big leg, and that's fine, but it actually needs to be cut kind of into chunks. So I need to separate this into pieces. So I'm going to use my line tool, and I'm going to say, okay, I want the knee to be, let's say, right here. Okay? That works. And then, well, the other cut will be right here. So now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to pull this over, because I'm only doing the inside line anyway. I'll take this guy and pull this one over. Put it like kind of, let's not put it so close. And I'll take this guy and pull this guy over. And then I'm just going to double click all these and just delete them. Now, you might be like, oh, but I want the lines. You can actually go to the paint bucket tool here, or the ink bottle tool. Click on this, and then you go boom, boom, boom. And then you could just go V, delete that one, delete this one, you know. Okay? But that's obviously not something I want. But that's one way of fixing it. All right? Or you can just draw it in chunks, however you want to do it. All right, so I got these. And now what I need to do, just like I did this where I had to make it round, I got to do the same thing here. So I got to pull this down and pull this one up and actually pull this one down too. So, and then this one's fine because I'm just going to put this over top because each one of these is going to go over top of the previous one. So I'm going to go to the top one here and I'm going to use the direct select tool. And we'll just select all of it, and I'm going to get close. And then I'm going to pull these just to make them more round, like that. And we'll say like this, okay? So let's pull this one out this way a little bit more. All right. And then this guy, don't want to mess with. Okay, so you see how it's affecting both sides, right? Which kind of sucks, like if you don't want it to. What you can do is if you hold Alt, it will only affect the one side. See how this other handle's not moving? So I'm just going to hold Alt while I do it so that I don't accidentally. I like the shape, I just don't want it to. Like so. Boom. And then I'm actually going to, we'll just pull this guy down. There we go. And then this, I think because the foot's underneath it. We'll leave it like that. Okay. Yeah, just make sure these obviously don't overlap. We're getting dangerously close. Okay. Alright, so we got that going on. Good. So now I got an upper leg, bottom leg, and this leg, right? That's pretty great. Now, before I go ahead and make them symbols, I'm just going to grab them, and I'm going to hit, well, actually, so you can do this a couple ways. I can do Control-C, Control-V, which would obviously do this. Now, when you do that, it puts it right in the center. You may or may not want that. If you, again, if I grab this, if I do Control-C, but do Control-Shift-V, Control-Shift-V, or it'll be Command-Shift-V, it'll actually duplicate right in place, which is like a lot of programs. Or, lastly, what you could do is, let me click off, if you hold Alt and click and drag, that's also another way of duplicating. But anyways, I'm going to hold Alt, duplicate, I'm going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to hit Q for the free transform tool, and I'm going to go wonk, and that'll be my other leg, because I'm lazy. Alright, so if I hold Shift, let's see. So it says 75, and then it goes to, see, it does the same number. Alright, well, we're just going to eyeball it. I don't want exact anyway, so go like that. Boom. Alright, so now I got all my leg pieces, which is great. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this one. I'm going to hit F8, or you go Modify, Convert to Symbol. And we'll just call this boy. So we always start with the name of the character, underscore, and this is his left leg. I know it's his right, but it's our left. So we'll do L underscore leg underscore MC. Okay? So boy, left, leg. You know what? That's a lot of underscores. Let's do it like this. L leg. So capital L and then leg, MC. That'll be one. Grab this one. I'm just going to F8 this time, and it's going to be boy underscore L. Oh crap, that one shouldn't have been called left leg. L lower leg underscore MC. And then this one will be F8 again. Point. And this will be boy underscore L left foot underscore MC. And then I can change this. I'll just go to the library here and we'll just right click, rename, and it'll be not leg. It'll be lower leg. Lower leg. And actually that should be a lowercase sign. Oops. I don't know why I wrote lower. It's got to be upper. I'm a little slow. Okay. L, upper leg. There we go. I got it. I'm going to pause the video and just go ahead and do these ones. Actually, I'll just do it in the thing. You could fast forward if you want. That way you can see it. So we'll just do boy underscore R upper leg underscore MC. Okay, F8 boy underscore R lower leg underscore MC, and then F8 again, or again it's modify convert to symbol. It's the same thing. Boy underscore R foot underscore MC. Okay, so now we got the legs, and I can, if you want, you can kind of put them in there to so you have, it'll look like what it's supposed to. This might take a little bit of finagling, but you get the idea. Yay, he is a guy. Okay, and I am actually going to take all of these, and we are going to Control X. I'm going to click on this layer, unlock it. I'm going to do Control Shift V for paste in place, and then I'll lock that back up, and that way I can keep working on this layer as my drawing layer, and I'll just keep putting these on this layer, make things a little bit easier. All right, let's go ahead and do the arm here. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use the pencil tool again, just because I think that's a little bit easier for some of it. Let's go properties so I can see what I'm working with here. All right, and I got my smooth all the way up. So let's go ahead, and I'm still on layer 3. All right, so I'm going to curve, and we're going to go to there so it doesn't curve that too weird. Boom, and boom, and boom, and yoink. And then we will go, I don't like that one, undo. Okay, and then I will just draw a line across for fun, and then I need a thumb here, so we're just going to go like that. That did a terrible job, but we'll live with it. Alright, there's the thing. Okay, so, good. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hit K for the paint tool. I'll hit I. And I'm just going to sample this color to make sure it's the same. Boom. And then I need a skin color. Boom. There we go. And goody. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to delete most of this. Alright, so I'm just going to double click. I want that inside part. Delete, 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 delete. I'm just going to move this a little bit because it's kind of ugly. Okay. But I want to keep these inside lines because that's, you know, how it looks. So to change those, the easiest way is I'm just going to click and drag over, just make sure I drag over the whole area. Go to stroke, and I will hit, click on this, and I will try to, no, it doesn't work. Okay, we will try to find something that makes sense. Go like that. Okay, boom. All right, now it has that inside color. That is super awesome. Okay, so let's Control minus. I'm going to grab this whole guy here. Bring it over so I can look at it. Oh, that's sexy. Okay. That looks terrible. You get the idea. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing I did before where I just got to cut it into chunks. So I got to think about where I want that elbow to be. So I'm just going to draw a line across. We'll say there, I guess. And also where a wrist would be. So we'll say there. Okay. And then I'm just going to boom, boom. Click on one, hold shift, click on the other one. Tear that off. Click on this one, tear that off. I'm going to double click. Actually, I don't have to double click. I'm going to double click on this line, delete, double click on this line. Okay, good. And we're going to do kind of like what we did last time. I still have the select tool. And I'm just going to pull this to start making that round. Make this round, make this round, and make this one round. And then we're going to switch to the select tool, A. Click and drag over the whole thing. And if you want to clean it up, I would clean it up too. You can see that this is a bit ratty up here. So I'm just going to delete a couple of these guys. Boop. You're not really adding much. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to go down here, select this one. I'm going to hold Alt so that it doesn't affect the upper part. And like that, good, nice and round. That's what we're looking for. Let's do this one. There we go. I'm going to hold Alt again, or Option on a Mac. Well, it's also Alt, but Mac's got to be special. Okay, boom, and thank you. Got to be right on top of it. It's not forgiving. And boom, come on. Alt. Yep, and yep. Okay. Still holding the Alt Option key. Gloriousness. Control minus, minus, minus. That is stupendous. Now, I can't actually duplicate this for the other hand because the other hand goes in the other direction. So, not really going to work. So I'm actually just going to have to make the other one straight up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this part and we're just going to go ahead and make them into thingy. So I'll hit F8, or you go modify, convert to symbol, and we're just going to say boy underscore L upper arm underscore MC. Glorious. Let's put this back over here where it belongs. Same thing here, F8, boy underscore upper, oops, sorry, it's going to be L first. L lower arm underscore MC. And then this guy here, F8, and it's going to be boy underscore L hand underscore MC. Great. So I'm going to just stick this here, and we'll stick this here, and we'll rearrange these to look a little bit nicer. And I am going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and do it. You can just speed through the video because you might, I mean, it's the same thing as the first time, but if you want to do it again with me, we can do it again. So, pencil tool. I'm actually going to leave it on this color because that'll make it easier when I go to actually do the inside of the hand here. So, I'm just going to go wonk. Okay. Like so. And we'll draw another finger. Didn't really like that so much. That's a little better. And then we'll go like this. And I'll come up from here. And that's a little bit thicker than the other side, so it looks weird. Yeah, looks bad, but I don't care. Okay. Oh, and then the line across. Great. Alright, that's the thing. So then I'm going to hit K for the paint bucket right here. And I'll hit I to sample that. Boom. And then I'll hit I to sample this. Boom. Good. And then I'll hit V for the select tool. And I'm just going to click and drag over this whole thing. Bring it over here just so I can deal with it a little bit easier. I'm going to use my line tool. You can hit N. And I'm going to say right about here is where the elbow is. So I'll hit V for the select tool. I'm going to click this one and this one. Drag these over. That'll be the upper arm. Oh, I'll hit N. I forgot to do the wrist. So we'll do it right about there. I'll hit V. Drag this over. And then just I'm going to get rid of this and this. And this and this and this. And then we'll just double click to get rid of that. Okay, good. Oh, and then I need to get rid of this guy. This guy. Nope, not all of it though. I want to keep the inside part. There we go. Just click. Boink, 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 boink. We just need the one. Okay. And we'll do the same thing as before. Just going to wonk, 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 wonk. And then I'll hit A for the select tool here. The direct select tool. I don't know what they call it in here. Oh, forgot to hold Option key. Great. What do they call it in here? Sub-selection tool. Okay. Kind of the same thing. Well, it does the same thing. Alright, Alt. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Ah. Great. Okay. Control minus. Glorious. Q. Or actually, I'll hit back to V. And I'm just going to double click on this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's just click and drag over it. And I'll hit, again, it could be modify, convert to symbol. And it's going to be boy underscore R upper arm underscore MC. Let's look on this one. I'll just hit F8 this time. Boy underscore R lower arm underscore MC. And then I'll grab this one and F8 again, and then it's boy underscore R hand underscore MC. Great, and then we'll take this guy and we're gonna stick it over here, and we'll take this one and put it there, and then we'll take this one and put it there. Yeehaw! Great. So let's go ahead and save what we got so far. Control Shift S, and I'm gonna call it boy V02. I like to save myself some versions. All right, and I'm gonna click and drag, and the only thing that's selectable are these two because they're on this layer. I'm gonna hit Control X. I'm gonna unlock this layer, select layer 2. Hit Control Shift V so they're pasted right on top of it, and then I'm going to like this, and I'm going to turn it invisible so I can get to that face a little bit easier. So I'm going to mostly do this with the pencil tool. Oop, and where's mine? There it is. Okay. So I'm just going to basically draw the outlines of everything. So it's going to be super exciting. So we're going to go. Oh, no, I would not like to. Make sure I'm on the right one. That always helps. Okay. Good. And whoop. Sound effects help. Definitely helps me. Okay, then this is gonna go like that. I like how straight that is. Sometimes it's beneficial to just actually draw a new stroke every time when you have it so smooth, because otherwise what it'll do is it'll like straighten it, or like it will even get to the point where it forces it to be like a circle or a shape. It's like, watch, if I draw a circle, oh, I didn't really do it. Sometimes it'll like make it like an absolute circle, which is just weird. So we're gonna just do this. Oops, this kid needs better eyebrows. Okay. Okay. Alright. And then mouth. Eyes are always difficult. You should take your time on eyes. They are the first thing that people see. So generally, it's a good idea to really make sure you nail those. Alright. That works. I think that's all the lines. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill it. So I will turn this layer on so I can see it, and I'm going to hit K for the paint bucket tool. I'll hit I for the eyedropper tool, and I'm just going to go ba-doop and ba-dunk. Yay, that works great. Okay. Then I just need these inside colors. So I'll hit I, and I'll sample that and go boop, boop. Kid's got Heart of Darkness eyes. Then I'll hit I for this, and ba-dunk. Yay! Alright, oh, and then he needs eyes here, so, or white. Great. So now what we're going to do is, let me back this thing up. Okay, that's the thing. Alright, we are going to remove most of these. I'll hit the V for the select tool, and I'm just going to get rid of, let's just double click on that. Double click, double click. Yeah, I want that all gone. Double click, double click, double click. Double click only works when the lines are actually connected, so sometimes it won't work as well as you want. I think I did this before. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. I think it actually looks better with the lines on the inside there, as poorly done as they are. So I'm just going to clean these lines up. Okay, and then there's an extra little nublet in there. So I'm just going to kind of, stop, jimmy up these eye holes here so it doesn't look quite so bad. This looks a little ratty. I mean, he looks sad, but not the right kind of sad. Whatever. Actually, we can probably do something like this, and then let's see, where you modify shape. Let's try smooth. Modify shape. Let's try smooth again. That didn't work very well. We'll leave with just the one smooth. Okay. That extra nugget there is really bothering me though. Okay, so now normally I would break the head up into a bunch of shapes so I could like control it, like micromanage it a little bit more. But I would probably go through, and particularly again with the head, it's pretty important to you know, clean it up. Get out of there. But you probably don't want to sit there watching me do that all day, so I'm not going to do that. But normally I would clean it up a little bit better, but we're going to call that good enough. Maybe I'll clean it up afterwards. But basically we're just going to take the head, and I'll select the whole thing, and we'll just hit F8. And then we'll just do, so it'll be boy underscore head underscore MC. Great. And now you have all of your pieces of your character. Now, in the next video, what I'll do is we'll connect them all up together to make like a rig. But that's basically how you want to break them up.